Hey guys, Sandy here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be scrapbooking with these beautiful Lush Lime sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps. I might pull in some of the other August sequins as well, so I have those as backup. And then I'm going to be scrapbooking this photo of my desk at work that happened on my birthday. So let's see what I can do. This is something I don't do a whole lot of. I am pulling my colors from the photo. So the balloons here in the photo are kind of blue, green, yellowy orange, and pink. I guess you can't really see the orange one that was behind there. But anyway, there were lots of balloons, and I just decided that we were going to make a statement with these sequins. Like, it was going to be boom in your face. No question about it, there are sequins on this page. Now I went through my stash and I pulled out this naked chipboard and I just pulled out these letters to spell the word 40 because I turned 40 this year and super proud of it. Now I am using some close to my heart inks, and what I'm going to do is just ink up this chipboard for the color of sequin that I'm going to be adhering to it. So I am using Clover ink here from Close to My Heart, and then I pulled different colors for each letter. I'm not going to make you watch me adhere the sequins to each letter because it does get pretty monotonous and repetitive, but I am going to show you one. Now this sequin mix right here, so gorgeous. I love the greens in the sequin mix. What I'm going to do is use my glue mat. Now this is a mat that I use when I have to do gluey things. So if I am gluing sequins or backing a cut file or anything like that, I pull out this mat because this mat is dedicated for gluey things. If you guys do gluey things, you know that the glue can get gummed up, and then when you pull it off, or it can kind of gum off and rub off, and it makes little glue boogers. And nobody needs glue boogers in their life. I feel like I've talked about glue boogers in probably 5 out of the last 7 videos that I've done, but I don't know. They must be really bothering me right now for me to mention them like I have. So I'm just going to use my wet glue, and this is Nouveau Deluxe Adhesive. I just adhere a little bit of glue down, and then I just go through my sequins. I am just using green sequins, which I think is the only sequin that is in this mix is a green sequin. And then I'm making sure that I am varying them. So I don't want to make my letter have like a bunch of the same style of sequin all in a row. You get more pops of color and you get more beauty and shining, shimmering, splendid when there are multiple shades of sequin. Now these sequins also have different sizes, so I am being sure that I am going to mix up the size as well. Now the reason I chose to put the ink down on top of the naked chipboard is twofold. One, the sequins are not going to cover every single inch of space over top of the letter. They're just not going to do that. Just their shape and size, you could have like cut the sequins apart and really made sure that they covered up every single square inch of space, but you know, that's not my jam. It didn't feel like a fun time to do that. It felt like that would take forever. So I decided, you know what, we're going to add some ink down below. Now the ink is also on there for a secondary reason. So some of these sequins are translucent, and that means that you can see through them, but not all the way. So what I wanted to ensure was if there were translucent sequins, when you looked through them and you saw the chipboard underneath of it, you didn't see the khaki color. I wanted you to see the color of the sequins, and that was important to me, just because there is going to be a lot of open space on some of these letters, and I just don't want you to see what you're not supposed to see. So there we go. I went ahead and did all of the letters. I did all 5 letters in kind of different colors. I'll have links down below to each sequin mix that I used. I don't remember the names off of the top of my head, and my sequins are across the way right now, so a little bit of a struggle to just pop over and grab them. Now I went ahead and cut this hello sticker off of the hello sunshine sticker. I figure I can use sunshine on another layout on another day, but I really wanted this hello. So I'm using fun foam here, and I got this fun foam from my friend and fellow sparkler, Crystal of Pineapple Papers. She hooked me up because I was a sad little scrapbooker that used unfun foam, and she felt like I needed to make sure I was having fun during scrapbooking. Now I am going to use these two papers. This one is from Vicki Boutin and the other one is from Chamel with kind of the diamond pattern on it. Now I felt like I needed some sort of break between this green paper and the teal paper because the teals are very similar in color, and I just felt like your eye needed a break. So I went ahead and matted that green paper onto some white cardstock, and then I am going to place down this heart paper. So funny story, this heart paper has been pulled out multiple times for multiple layouts this month, and it never has happened. So then I end up using it on one layout, and voila, now we're using it on a second one. So I guess I just needed to actually get into it and use it and cut it to make it happen. I went into my stash and I pulled out this sheet of yellow cardstock. I am going to trim it down because I felt like it was a little bit too thick for what I wanted, which is going to be kind of a banner across the entire layout, except it's not going edge to edge. Now here I realize that my heart paper is a little bit too small. It's a little bit too square, and I need it to be a little bit more rectangle. So I'm just going to trim it where you can't see it. It'll be hidden behind this yellow banner piece here, and then I just put that down over top of it so you would never even know that that is two pieces of paper split instead of just one solid piece of paper. Now I'm going to figure out the placement on my Sequin chipboard letters. And this is where I realized my picture is a little bit too low. So I don't mind covering up a little bit of the photo here, but since the photo is so busy, I really don't want, lost my thought for a second. I really don't want to have the sequins cover up too much of the photo because I feel like it'll be a little bit too much busy right in that spot. I am just using my ATG to adhere the chipboard down. You could also use Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. However, these letters were still kind of wet. They weren't fully dry, so I didn't want to add more wet adhesive because I felt like it would take even longer for it to dry, and really I just wanted to get this layout dried. I don't know why, I just wanted it to dry so I could take photos of it and like get going. Now, what am I doing? Oh, I'm picking out some stickers. So at first I thought I was going to put the word May in there in the sticker form. And that's because the pink is a good match for the pink, and my birthday is in May. However, I just didn't like it. I just didn't like the way it looked. So that had to come off. I was thinking about bringing in some florals, but I was like, no, you already have a bunch of pattern going on. You already have hearts going on. Stick with the heart theme. But I did go back to my Close to My Heart sticker sheet and cut that yellow bit off just so I could bring that yellow color to the top of the page a little bit more because I have it down here a whole bunch on the bottom third, but I felt like it just needed a little bit of balance. And to do that, the only thing I had to do was pull up the yellow color from the bottom to the top. Now, these are the Vicki Boutin word phrases, and I went through a moment trying to figure out what word phrase was going to go where. These didn't end up working. I totally think they could have. I just really decided that I wasn't going to put a whole heck of a lot of embellishment on this page because the title is so heavenly. This is a heavenly layout, guys. Like, there you go. You heard it here first. Heavenly layouts here on the channel. It is a heavily embellished because there is a lot of sequins on here. Like, a lot. And I just didn't want to compete with that. I wanted the sequins to be the star of the show. And I felt like if I put too much embellishment onto the page, I would take away from the sequins. And, you know, sometimes you want your sequins to be an accent, and sometimes you want your sequins to be the star of the show. And in this case, I wanted the sequins to be bam in your face. So that's what they are. They are bam in your face. I pull out my Rosie Studios heart, and I'm just going to add a couple hearts in a couple strategic places. So I have 3 over here on the left-hand side in kind of a pink, a yellow, and a kind of teal green. And then over here on the right-hand side, I'm actually going to have the same colors, just in different sizes. So like I have a medium yellow heart in one cluster and a small yellow heart in another cluster. And I'm just going to do that to mix it up so that everything isn't completely same and matchy-matchy. Sometimes I want that on the layout and sometimes I don't. Now I did decide to add a pink heart over top of the yellow sticker that I cut apart up there, and that's just to bring the hearts in a little bit more to the top of the page, and I am completely happy with it. And I have to figure out a place to put some journaling, so the only thing I wrote was a lovely surprise from my coworkers, and that's all I'm going to write besides the date. I don't need a whole heck of a lot of words about this one, and that's going to do it. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out the shop link down below. Make sure you use this code right here, Sandy15, to save 15% off of your orders, and I will see you again real soon for another video.